This is Ponder Darling, my blessed heart, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you ruined the narcissist's perfect little world. Of course, you didn't know that you were doing that, and you didn't do it on purpose, but it's really important to realize that that's what happened, because if you, like me, are one of those people that's like, what the heck happened? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Why did they devalue and discard me? This is the kind of stuff that kept me awake at night. And so I'm going to break it down for you, so hopefully you can sleep like a baby. So, first important thing for you to remember is that narcissists cannot have any kind of flaw. They need to have the perfect world. They need to have it because if their mask slips, or if suddenly their world's not perfect, then it makes them be able to look at the dark abyss that is their soul, and it freaks them out. And so that's why, they just can't have that. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. So first time this happened to me was at a Lego convention, and Jefferson got mad at me because I didn't purchase a ticket for him in the exact perfect way that he wanted me to. And he just flipped out, totally flipped out in this weird, creepy way. It freaked me out. And I didn't realize at the time because I didn't know what he was, and it took months before I realized it. And a lot of devaluing and discarding, repeated devaluing and discarding before I put all the pieces together and figured out what he was. So I'm hoping that this video may spare you a little bit of that torture. I'm so sorry. But here's the most important thing, because I know that I was like, wait a minute, I'm so good to him. I take care of him. I compliment him. I praise him. I mean, literally, to me, his shit didn't stink. I mean, it was that much. It was that much adoration. And he really had no reason to, devalue and discard me other than, the fact that he's a narcissist. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. And before you think maybe, oh, she's just overreacting, he just wasn't that into her, because I talk all the time about how he didn't care about me. I had a lot of history with Jefferson. I was the love of his life. So if he's going to devalue and discard me, this person that he carried a torch for 3 decades, there's something seriously amiss in his brain. Especially given that I was so good to him. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, I want to just talk real quickly about this concept of them not having permission to just question them or in any way make their world imperfect. Now, it's possible that you may have really, they did something shitty and you were like, why did you do that? That's so weird. I don't like that. You shouldn't do that. Things normal people do that will make them start devaluing you and punishing you. But it could also be things you don't even know you've done. Like maybe you had a headache one night and so you couldn't have sex with them, and that ruined their perfect world. Or maybe you went out and visited friends and you didn't look good enough. Oh, sorry about that. That was my cat. You didn't look good enough when you guys went out, and so you ruined his perfect world, and so now he has to punish you. So that is what happens. They can't have that, and that's why they start devaluing and discarding you. It is not your fault. It's not your fault. And a lot of times there's no rhyme or reason for it. And if you're, an empath or a codependent or just a good person, you're going to be like, what did I do? And it's not going to make sense because, normal people don't get pissed off at you for stupid shit like that. But narcissists are not normal people. So if you have any doubts, and I did, oh my gosh, I had doubts and doubts. I didn't want to believe that. I didn't want to believe it. And for the longest time, and I had like this battle in my mind about it, but the only thing that makes sense is that he's a narcissist. So the sooner you can really figure that out and know that that's what's going on, the sooner you can actually heal. Once it makes sense, then it makes sense. Then after that, you don't have to keep looking and keep figuring it out. The next step is to heal from it, and that means you got to find a way to eliminate them from your life, unfortunately. And I didn't want to believe that at first. It was really hard for me, but that's what has to happen. So I hope that helps. It's not your fault. They cannot have their perfect world messed up in any way, and that's just how they are. There's nothing you could have done. Thanks.